What's up, gang? Today we're here again. One of our favorite places to be is Shady Maple here in Pennsylvania. I'm sure y'all are familiar, but today they have a special for New Year's Eve. It's the last day of 2025. They got a grand menu between different types of steaks, all kinds of meats. They even have tons of seafood today. So let's go in and see how much it costs and what we can find good and see if it's worth us and you guys if you ever want to do this in the future.
Yep.
Let's go inside.
Let's go.
All right, guys, we just got in lines around 2:30, so a half hour before they're starting seating, and this is what the line looks like.
A few moments later.
All right, so it is now 3 o'clock, and this is what the line looks like right now for New Year's Eve. It is wrapped all the way down the sidewalk and all the way down the hill, if you can see there. So I definitely say if you happen to do this next year, you definitely want to get here early. As you saw when we first started, we got here around 2:30 and were able to get a spot just inside right before the line got too long. So definitely recommend getting here early, guys. So here is a look at the line. They just started moving everybody. It's just a few minutes after 3 o'clock, but the line is moving fairly decent, but it is quite the packed house, as you saw the line outside before. So as I mentioned, definitely get here early. All right.
Do you want to use your points? You have $14.
I think today's the day we should use.
Yeah.
And this is why you rack up the points for days like this.
68.58 for you guys.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we made it in. We'll start down at one end and work the way other and see what they got different and new and such. All right, so they got scallops, Saint. I don't know how you would say that, but it looks like it's some kind of stuffed scallop. It looks like breaded cod. They got crab bites. I've never seen them have crab bites before. Crab au gratin. You got the crab cakes. They went all out for the seafood today. Over on this side, they got the breaded fried shrimp, breaded calamari, fried oyster, clam strips, and I'll definitely be getting some of these scallops here.
Yes, so this is usually what they normally have every Tuesday, but since it is New Year's Eve, they're doing a grand where I feel like it's kind of a blend of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because they'll have both steaks going, all the seafood, and prime rib.
Yeah, one more good scoop here.
Look at that.
And this is all you can eat, guys. Over here, they got the steamed shrimp with the butter next to it.
All right, so it looks like this is definitely different than what you would find on your normal Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's usually the prime rib night, so I'll just get a couple shrimps here. All right, here's their special taco bar. It looks like they just got pretty much chips and stuff to put on top of your, pretty much to make nachos, I would say. They even got the jerk chicken over there.
So it looks like just a repeat of the other, but it looks like maybe like a shrimp dumpling of some sort, maybe?
Yeah, I overheard somebody saying they got shrimp wonton.
Okay. So maybe that's the only difference over here.
They look very crispy.
And I don't think I've seen anything about any special desserts being on the menu.
I think they said a vanilla pie.
A vanilla pie. Well, all the pies would be here, but I do not see a vanilla pie.
Looks like good slices of shoe fly pie, though.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll go check out the carving station, maybe the grills.
Hello.
I'll take some of the prime rib. Yeah, that should be good.
You need report for New Year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You want some the end?
No, thank you.
Appreciate it. Also, they got different types of steaks, hamburgers, and hot dogs at this one as well.
Yeah, I might do the Delmonico and try that.
What's going on?
What's up? Do you got the Delmonico in like a medium rare?
Yeah, there you go.
You want that one?
A little bit more cooked if you don't mind. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so
How you
much.
doing, Dad?
I'm doing good. How about you, honey?
I'm good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Got my 2 plates of food here. Got the Delmonico steak, cooked medium rare. And then I got the prime rib, which is very rare. And then tons of scallops here and the shrimp, the steamed shrimp. I'm not a big fish guy, so this will probably be the only seafood I grab is the shrimp and the scallops. But let's start with the scallops because that's my number one thing I come here for. Very buttery, always is. I had a little dash of Old Bay on it.
And a little bit of looks like some juice from your prime rib.
I guess that's a sign to dig into the prime rib here. I was trying to select my prime rib because the one guy that gave me this is usually the guy that has all the rare cuts. I was trying to hope for a little bit more done than this, but that's a good prime rib,
Okay.
even with the rare temperature here.
So it still has a good amount of flavor.
Yeah. The knives are kind of on the dull side, so bear with me here. Now the final test. See how good cooked the shrimp is. If it's easy peel, it's a good sign. Yeah, look at that. Look how easy that was to peel that shrimp. Perfect shrimp. I had some Old Bay thrown on there when I put it on my scallops. I also put it on the shrimp. But very easy peel shrimp. So
Awesome. So far, definitely worth the $34.99 that you pay to get in.
yeah, for the grand menu, I'm calling it the grand menu, but I don't know what the official name. I guess just New Year's Eve dinner. But let's dig into this Delmonico strip. Believe you can only get it on Mondays, which is a steak night. I go in the center here. That's what they're saying. It's a medium rare.
Well, you did said you wanted a little bit more done when they were showing you the more rarer steaks. So
as long as it's got some pink in there, mostly pink, I would say I'm happy. So, but very good seasoning on it today. Sometimes I feel like they don't put enough on there, but that's okay. But today it's perfect. Perfect temperature and everything. Delmonico's got a good cut. They got a lot of fattiness to it. So, as I said before, fat is flavor. Amanda, do you want a slice of this?
I'm gonna probably get mine.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll finish eating, get some more plates, and showcase what we get. Anything different. So,
All right. So I have grabbed my plates that are special to today. I got me a giant Delmonico with some onions. And then I have got some crab au gratin that has the juices of the Delmonico right here. And then I got this, which is interesting. It is a shrimp dumpling. Have not seen them have that before. And then, just to stick with the theme, I got prime rib. He did give me quite the thick cut there, if you can't tell. I did ask for a small, and that was half of the cut that he was trying to give me. And then I also got some shrimp, which you already saw Mr. Lambie get that he said was delicious and cooked really well. I did forget to put Old Bay on mine, but I'm sure I can maybe snag from Mr. Lambie over here off of his plate, maybe. He might not even have any left by the time I get to that. But I thought I'd give you a little overview of what I got, my little taste test of everything. So let's get started. Gonna go with the prime rib first, just because that's my favorite. Gonna go with the little tail end here. But it definitely looks super juicy, you guys. And looks very well seasoned, as it usually is. That is really well seasoned. All right, now we will start with the shrimp, which is definitely easy peel. And I will say, we have been here plenty of times on seafood night, and these do not look as overdone as the ones that they usually have on seafood night, which is nice to see. Because I feel like they just cook them, and I feel like they don't get eaten as much on seafood night because there's so many other seafood options. Where on a night like this, where you don't normally get, I guess, like seafood on, like, say, a Wednesday and whatnot, I feel like that's going to help keep the shrimp stay fresh and also not get overcooked because it's just going to be going so quickly and not sitting in the heat for so long. But here's a look at the shrimp. which is probably the best shrimp that they've had. And I've tried their shrimp here plenty of times, and usually you can ask Mr. Lambie, usually skip it every time. So that's really nice to know that they actually have it cooked decently well. All right, now we're going to try the crab au gratin, which just looked like a typical fake crab baked in like a cheese sauce. Very sweet, really good. Just reminds me of like if you had like a nice homemade mac and cheese, but instead of the mac, you just have imitation crab, which no complaints there. Now, I did forget to get soy sauce, but it looks like I have plenty of sauce on this from all of the drippings from my steak, so we're going to use that as a sauce. So that's the inside. So to me, it's just almost like a shrimp egg roll, but put in a dumpling. It's just cabbage and shrimp, and looks like maybe a little bit of spring onion in there, but really good. And last but not least, I know I kind of covered it up with onions, but who doesn't love onions with their steak? But let's get a cut of here. I did ask for medium, so we're gonna see what we got here. And as Mr. Lambie said, the knives aren't the sharpest here. They get used a lot, to say the least. All right, let's get a good cut right at the center. But I would say that's a pretty daggone good medium.
Yeah.
For saying medium. Usually I always say medium because if I say medium rare, it always tends to be more rare.
Yeah.
So it's always better to go down a degree and then work from there. If it's too well, you can still tell them, hey, I want a little bit more rare, and they'll kind of just keep cutting open until it's done to your doneness. But here is the medium Delmonico. Has a little bit of seasoning, but not as much as I feel like Mr. Lambie had on his first round. No complaints. Everything's been great. As I said earlier, I feel like this menu is literally just like Monday through Wednesday, kind of like all squished together. Because Monday you have your New York strip and your Delmonico, and then Tuesday you have all the seafood, which is kind of like what you saw at that first embankment with all the different seafood. And then on Wednesday, today, they have the prime rib. So you get all 3 days squished into one for $34.99. I think that's honestly like a really good price because I'm pretty sure seafood night is almost like what, $30 now? So for like $5 more, you're able to add on Delmonico and prime rib. So to me, that's well worth it. I say if they do this next year, I definitely say one, get here early, but I think we'll probably end up making our way here as well. Just probably getting here maybe even a little bit earlier than what we did this year, which was just before 2:30, and we barely made it inside the line to be inside the building when it's like 30 some degrees out, and you saw the line right before 3 o'clock already wrapping around the building. So definitely make sure you get here early, but we're going to enjoy all our food. We're going to enjoy all the staples that you've seen. If you want a full walkthrough, we are going to put our full walkthrough video at the very end of this, so make sure at the end, just click that. But we're going to finish up here and eat, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so we are just now finishing up, and it is still a packed house here. It is almost 5 o'clock, and it is still a huge line that is even out the door. So, as I said again, I would definitely recommend getting here early.
All right, guys, we just got done wrapping up here at Shady Maple for the New Year's Eve dinner spectacular. I don't know if there was an official name from them, but all I can say is I am stuffed.
Very.
Well worth the money. Just my only complaint would probably be the amount of people. I definitely underestimated how busy it was going to be today. I didn't think it was going to be this busy. But I would say besides the one time we tried to come here for Valentine's Day, this was busier than that.
Yes, it was.
It's one thing to have a line out the door, but when you can't even get to the buffet and get what you want half the time, then that's a little busy. So that's my complaint for today. But other than that, I think the value was great. I mean, to get 2 different kinds of steak, then there's a brisket, a ham, tons of fish, tons of seafood, prime rib, all the shrimp, all the clams, all the scallops, all this stuff for $35 is definitely worth it. It's just the busyness is not for me. I'd rather have a slower pace, and it was. I'm sure Amanda got footage of us leaving after being here for 2 hours. There's still a line pretty much going out the door. So,
Oh, yeah.
what's your thoughts, Amanda?
Well, honestly, I know yours is a little bit different than mine. mine might actually be a little bit more negative than what I normally go. As you know, I do love Shady Maple, but it wasn't the fact of like the food. I guess it was more of just for me per se, for the price point. I'm not a huge seafood person. Usually me, seafood is like crab legs and shrimp. So the only thing here for me seafood wise was just the shrimp. So pretty much as you saw my plate, the only other plate I had beside what you saw was like a little bit of like your typical like American food and then pretty much like what dessert. I had I think like 3 plates total. So for me, price wise for myself, just because I'm not really a seafood person, I would say just come on a different day. But if you do love your seafood and you love your steak, I think this is perfect. It's a great price point, but just me particularly, just because I'm not really a huge seafood person, I think I would personally skip it if you're not also a seafood person. But aside from that, everything else was great food wise. I'll piggyback off of Mr. Lambie. The amount of people here was insane. Definitely underestimated how many people are going to be here today. I knew the line was going to be long when we very first got here, but I didn't think even 2 hours later. Which yes, we stayed here 2 hours because it was. We were trying to give a lot of breathing room in between us going to the line because it was just that busy. Sadly, I had multiple rude interactions with other patrons that were getting food here, and that kind of was like turned me off from wanting to go back up there and get more food. But aside from that, food wise, for what is from Shady Maple, was great. Just wish people one would be a little bit more kind and grateful to one another. And I personally, I don't know if I would make the trek back out here on a New Year's Eve to deal with this big of a crowd. But I know you probably would because you like to have experiences and whatnot.
I mean,
Plus,
we were even here for the Midnight Gladness, and it wasn't
yes,
this busy. And that
yeah,
was a discounted meal for $13.99, I think it was. And you would think that would be busier than this because this is $35, $36.
right.
So you're talking easily double the price, but it's just like this was still more people than what the Midnight Gladness was. I don't know if it's because of time frame,
I
but
think what it mainly is one. I feel like families are still in town with each other, and then on top of that, just having both seafood and prime rib, kind of like having like the excuse me, the like trifecta of like the steaks, the prime rib, and the seafood. I feel like that draws people out, but it was just so overwhelming. Like you barely could get through anywhere. I feel like the only spot that I was kind of genuinely shocked you could actually get in and out of was the grill stations, because I feel like you would think that would like have a line wrapped around, but
I
had
mean,
no
we've been
issues
here
with
when
that.
we've been here when there's like multiple buses, and it's still not even this busy. So I would say I probably wouldn't do this so quickly again, like for another holiday or something like that, because I need to do this kind of stuff for certain holidays. But I would honestly the best day to come here, in my opinion, is probably Wednesdays, just on a normal Wednesday, because then you get the prime rib, and it's only like I think $27, something like that. Can't beat it because they still have steaks on prime rib night too. So the only advantage coming here today for New Year's for me was probably just I got the fact I could get scallops and prime rib and steamed shrimp and the different kinds of steaks, but nothing too spectacular to like go out of the way. But I mean, it was worth the money in my opinion. It's not something I would do constantly because, like I said, you can come for almost $10 cheaper and still get basically almost the same amount of stuff, just not a huge seafood selection on other nights. But like Amanda said, if that's not really what you're worried about eating seafood, and then I would just kind of skip this day. But we kind of came here just to check it out for you guys. So we hope you guys liked the video and maybe leave a comment if you would come out here or just another night. Just tell us what days you like coming and what times of the day and all that. And maybe share your memories of Shady Maple. And on the other note, just 2025 is coming to an end. And I'm sure by the time this video goes up, it'll be 2026.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it'll be a better year for you guys.
Well, let's sure hope so. And if you wanted more of a full in-depth video, which we didn't do this time, we just wanted to kind of show you what was different about the New Year's Eve special. We do have a full-length video where we walk through the whole entire line. We will showcase that right at the end of this video, so you can click that and see a full length of how the whole bar is and all the different options, since we did not show you guys this tonight. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe. I'm pretty sure last time I looked, it was still 82% of people were still not subscribed when they watch. So please, if you guys enjoy this, please just do the simple fact of hitting subscribe. We do appreciate it for you guys just watching this far and coming along with us on all of our adventures. So
Thank you guys for watching, and the Lambies will be on to the next
yep.
one.
See ya.
Bye.